Hello, hello. This is Isabel Clueright, and today I'd like to give you a little tour of the Cryptogram web app. So it is a web app, which means that it works really well in a browser. You can also download it as an app onto your Android device, but it is not available in in a Google Play or an App Store. So there's that. So let's talk about how to access it to begin with. So we're going to go to www.isabelle, um, Isabelle, Clueright, Clueright.com/cryptogram. So that is Cryptogram. I'm going to take this extra stuff off the end and we are going to go there. Now we've reached the site. We are in closed beta at the moment, and that just means we don't want random robots or people accessing the site, only people who intend on coming to the site. So if you want to be a beta, you can either click on the link that I've provided for you, or you can use a link here. So get my link, and it's going to shoot you to a Google form. It's not a long one. It looks like you might have to do 8 pages of stuff, but no, it just means, we just want to know who you are, right? So click record my email, and that's I think the only obligatory one, right? And then hit submit, and once you hit submit, it's going to give you this link. There's a little bit of information about what it means to be a beta tester, but really, just click the link and you have arrived at the website. So now you can bookmark this and come back here, and you don't have to go through that rigmarole every time. That's only for the first time that you access the website. Then save this and then you can go straight. So now I'd like to give you an idea of what's kind of on the site. Let's talk about this menu bar, this navigation bar. Here in the corner we have info. If it's your first time to the website, it'll pop up a modal giving you some brief instructions, but if it's not your first time, that won't show up. But if you want to access it, it's always there. So it gives you an idea of how to guess. You can drag and drop the letters from the bottom or type in the letters here. There are some color clues, so it's similar to that game that rhymes with Schmurtle. You have up to 10 incorrect guesses at the moment. Give us some feedback, beta testers, if that's a good amount, but we just want to avoid people keyboard smashing. Challenge yourself. If you find that too easy, you can go into hard mode, and if you're stuck, there is a hint button, and we will get to those in a second. So next up is the date picker. So if you've solved this cryptogram and want to do more, you can go into the archives and choose a cryptogram from a previous date. So I'm going to choose April 1st, and it takes me back to April 1st, and you can do, I believe it starts January 1st, 2024, so you've got 4 months worth of cryptograms to solve if your heart desires. And then we can go back to today's, choose today, and there we are. Next up is the support button. I do have a book. That's how this project started. So if you click here, this will take you to the link where my book is for sale. And, it's really fun. Obviously, it's my book. So, but if you want to support me, I get royalties from this book. So feel free to buy a book from me. All right, back to the site. Here we go. Over here, if you are beta testing, this is a form that you can tell us, information, if you tried today's puzzle, if you found a bug, if something wasn't working the way you expected, if you have suggestions, or something just strange, you're like, it's not really a problem, but I don't know why it does this, let us know. Yeah, so this is the beta testing form if you have feedback for us. Going back to the website, there's this really fun feature called Encrypt. Now, when you click on Encrypt, you get this little box and you can type a message. Hello! And then you click Share, and what this does is it gives you a link. Now what you can do is copy this to your clipboard, copy, and then send this link to your friend. What your friend is going to get is, we're going to click on it now, is their own little cryptogram, and now they have to solve it. So if you want to send secret messages to your friends, this is a great way to do it. I will warn you that in later versions of this app, this is probably going to go behind a paywall, so enjoy it now while it's free. All right, back to the main page. We can close this out. If you are stuck, you can get a hint. So this little puzzle piece is the hint. So hint, ooh, okay. I think you get 10 hints. Then next button is the stats. So I've recently refreshed this, so I haven't been testing. But when you solve it, your stats will pop up here, show you any winning streaks you have. And then when you finish the cryptogram, you can share it. And after we do this, I will show you what the sharing function looks like. Okay, finally, settings. Let's talk a little bit about the settings. So as I mentioned before, we have hard mode. Hard mode, now, since I've already began it, I can't go back in hard mode. You have to begin it in hard mode. But what hard mode does is it takes out the color coding, so you don't know whether you've guessed correctly or not. There's light mode, if you prefer light mode, and high contrast mode. So that gives you, I think, orange and like cyan instead of yellow and green. So, okay. Let's try to solve this so I can show you the sharing function. All right, so we got a hint already. Got an interesting one, a U. Okay. So this is a tricky one. This is short, and there are no one-letter words or contractions. So I would rate this as a pretty high difficulty level. Probably a Friday, Saturday, or Sunday when we implement that. And I don't see any repeated words except for IER. So IER is likely the, right? Because it's a three-letter word and it's repeated. Another thing that I'm seeing is this alternating R, right? So often when we see alternating letters like this, it's often E. And finally, a thing to note is we have a double letter C here. Often when we have double letters at the end of a word, it's either L or S. I'm going to go with L. It's probably a word like still or will because it's a four-letter word, or tell is another really common one. So let's go ahead, put L here. All right, there were a lot of those in the name. That tells us that R is a vowel, and F is a vowel. My hypothesis that R is E, given I think that this is the, and this is, something like here. And you probably might already recognize this name, because there's not too many names with this many L's. So let's go ahead and put an E for R. Okay. And since that's right, let's try the. T-H-E, great. Oh, we got a dirty word here. The hell. You probably know what this letter is. And then this is probably out of here. Okay. Go. Okay, this looks like world. Okay. So this is probably and, right? Because we got this in probably A and. Oops, sorry, I meant to put N. So if you get the wrong letter, it'll go yellow if it's in the solution, and it will go gray if it's not in the solution at all. Let's go back to N as I thought. Now get the hell out of here and go change the world, Lucille Ball. Awesome. So now you can see my statistics. It does show that I have a 100% success rate, as this is the only cryptogram I've done. And now we can share. So I'm going to hit the share button, and it just copies it to the clipboard. I'm going to pull up my notepad here and just show you what it looks like when you share. So you can go to Facebook or Twitter or X, Threads, whatever your social media is of choice, and then paste this. Now, because I did get that N wrong, remember, it's showing up as a mistake. So if you got all the letters right, you're going to get all green, but if you made any mistakes, then that's going to show up. But that's kind of fun because you can show your friends how well you did in today's cryptogram. So it doesn't give them the answer, but it does tell them how well you did, and it gives them a link so that they can also go ahead and solve today's cryptogram. Alrighty, folks. So that is the tour of the website. Let me know if you have any questions. I hope you enjoyed solving along with me today. Again, to access the website, it is isabelclueright.com/cryptogram. You can email me at maryellencathcart@gmail.com. Let me know if you want to be part of the beta program. You actually can just go and be a beta. You don't have to contact me, but if you had any comments or questions, feel free to email me. You can also contact us via this report button, right? All right, well, that's it for today. Thank you so much for solving along and watching the tour, and hope to hear from you in the feedback. Thank you. Toodaloos.